Hey guys, so first of all, please excuse the weird angle. Um, I'm not feeling the best today, so I am just doing the best that I can. I do want to share this story with you guys because it's taken me a lot to get to the point where I felt like I could talk about it and not have it affect me mentally as much. But I do want to share my story, if not for anything else, than to let other women or other people who have gone through this circumstance know that they are not alone, that they are not the only one that has dealt with a situation like this. And um, hopefully, it will inspire someone else to be able to share their story and to talk about what happened to them. So, what I'm talking about is the fact that I was sexually assaulted in sixth grade at a school that I attended for only one semester. Um, excuse me if I have to pause at all during this video, because this is something that is very, very difficult for anyone to talk about, but especially someone who has gone through this. Just to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, my parents, at the time that I was in sixth grade, my adoptive dad, who is my youngest brother's dad, got a job out of town, and it was about 2.5 hours out of town. And because of that, my little brother and I, and my mom, and obviously my little brother's dad, had to leave the school that we were attending and the town that we lived in to go to this new school district. And my little brother and I attended this new school. So I have mentioned this before. I used to keep my hair very, very short, like shorter than this, short enough to be able to spike my hair. As I have mentioned in previous videos, spiking your hair at that time was something that was very popular to do. A lot of kids in my grade and a lot of kids my age did it. It was just kind of the thing to do then. Well, I had always kept my hair short, and so going to this new school, my hair was short, and um, kids used to call me Boy George. At the bus stop, when my little brother and I would get off the bus, I would turn around, and every single window from the back to the front um, in the bus, kids would be flipping me off. I was always kind of an outcast at that school. I was never treated right. And anyway, because of those things, I think a lot of kids didn't really know what to do around me. And I'm not making excuses for any of them, because there's no excuse for sexually assaulting someone. Um, I have had another experience of sexual assault, not intentional, um, which I don't really want to talk about at this point in time, because it still confuses me to this day. And I hadn't really told anybody, and I didn't tell anybody about this happening to me at this school until recently. But what happened was my little brother was actually in wrestling. And so during wrestling practice, my two cousins and I and a couple of their friends used to kind of hang out, and we would be just walking around the school and just kind of, doing whatever while my little brother was at wrestling practice. And one of my cousin's friends, I don't even remember his name to tell you his name, um, decided to come up to me, and he was arguing with me, telling me that I wasn't a woman and that I was not a girl because my hair was short and whatever. And I should also say, not that this really matters, but I was never really a girly girl. I dress up a lot more now than I did as a child. Like I said, not that that should matter whatsoever, but I kind of just wore whatever was comfortable, as far as like polo shirts, t-shirts, pants. I never used to really wear skirts or dresses or anything like that. I didn't ever do my makeup, nothing like that. So this kid was arguing with me about the fact that I was a girl. And obviously, my cousins knew that I was a girl. Um, but for whatever reason, my cousins left me alone in this hallway with this kid who did not believe that I was a girl. And it started off with him just still continuing to argue with me about the fact that I was actually a girl. He did not believe that I was a girl. And at one point, there was nobody else in the hallway except for me and this boy. And he grabbed my boob, my breast. He grabbed me and he squeezed very hard. And, um, you know, he still, after that, didn't believe that I was a girl. And he said, oh, well, you're kind of fat, so you could just be a guy with man boobs or whatever. And just that on its own was more than traumatizing to me because I had never had somebody do that to me or treat me in that way before. Even with as much bullying as I went through from other kids in my grade and other kids at the school, like I never had been physically assaulted in any way. And I was very shocked. I didn't know how to respond. I kind of just froze and didn't know what to do. And after he did that, he kind of laughed about it and he tried to pull my pants down to prove that I was a girl because, again, he still did not believe that I was a girl after grabbing my breast. And thankfully, other people came into the hallway to stop what was going on because he was not going to do anything in front of someone else in the hallway. But I just keep thinking, because this incident comes back into my mind time and time again, and I'm constantly thinking, what if somebody else hadn't walked into the hallway at that time? What if no one else had been there to stop him from doing this? Would this have been even worse? Would something else have happened to allow him to continue with this assault? And I will say that there does not have to be sexual penetration for it to be considered sexual assault. It does not have to be sexual intercourse for it to be considered sexual assault. The fact that he put his hands on my body, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that someone as a sixth grader has to deal with something like that. And I was always so afraid to tell my parents because I thought I would get in trouble. To this day, I haven't told my mother what happened because honestly, I don't even know if she would believe me. I have talked to my therapist about this, and that is the only reason why I feel comfortable sharing this story. It is very hard for me to talk about, but like I said, I feel like if someone hadn't walked into the hallway that day, then something else even more terrible could have happened. I don't know. So I need to go because this has brought up a whole lot of feelings. And so I apologize because I need to go. And, I hope you are understanding of that. I just wanted to share my story. Like I said, in case anybody else has been through this, please know that you are not alone. If you need to talk to somebody, please do. Whether that's a therapist, counselor, somebody who you feel you can trust with this. It definitely helps to get the story out. It definitely helps to be able to have somebody to talk to about things like this that are non-judgmental. If you feel like you can trust someone like me who has shared their story openly with others, please reach out. I have no problem listening to you. I have no problem being there for you. But at this point right now, I need to go. So thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me share my story, and I will talk to you guys next time.